Hey guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments, and I have a special announcement for some of you. The auction price does not equal the market price. The market price does not and should not equal the auction price. Now let's go into detail here and let's talk about this, because as somebody who is well versed in the antiques and collectibles trade, as somebody who understands economics, business, finance, and how the overall trade operates, one of the things that we have to have a discussion about is the concept where little Timmy S. Poindexter Jr. is sitting home on a Sunday night and he's reviewing auction data for a lot of the collectibles that he owns in his own personal collection. And he goes through a lot of top tier auction sites and he says, wow, I have this graded collectible that just sold for X number of dollars through Heritage Auctions, Hakes Auctions, Certified Link, Comic Link, Morphe Auctions, or even eBay. And he automatically assumes that because that item sold for X number of dollars and he has that exact similar item, possibly graded, not graded, in his collection, that means that his item is also worth that same price. This is a major problem on online collecting forums. You guys are not understanding how the overall antiques and collectibles trade works, how possible shill bidding works, which, spoiler alert, we are going to be doing a video with shill bidding really soon because it's been listed in the news X number of times, and eBay and another auction company has been mentioned along with it. So that video is coming. But what I will tell you is, a lot of people are making a tragic mistake as to how they are valuing the antiques and collectibles in their own personal collections. You know, guys, I've been doing this a long time, a very long time. And one of the things that happens with a lot of people that are involved in the antiques and collectibles trade, especially from a financial standpoint, is they make one or two mistakes. There's a lot of people out there that undervalue their holdings, given the fact as to what they would sell for on the open market. This happens a lot in markets where the value is constantly changing, meaning speculative markets, whether it would be vintage toys, comic books in certain instances, even speculative collectibles like video games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, items of that nature, where maybe somebody bought in 10 years ago, they have a collection sitting in their closet, and they don't know the current market value because they haven't really observed what's been happening in the overall collectible space in the last 10 years. And let's be realistic. If you have video games, if you have comic books, if you have Magic the Gathering, other Pokemon cards, pop culture collectibles, it is quite possible that if you bought them 10 years ago, today, you are sitting very pretty because the market changed. It's very speculative. There's a lot of big money that is coming in that particular market. On the other end of the spectrum, there are people that do nothing but price research on these items. They are active investors in these markets. They are starry-eyed speculators. And all they do is they search completed listings on eBay. They search completed listings on Heritage or Certified Link. And in their mind, they look at the highest price paid for some of these items, and they have a tendency to overvalue a lot of the items in their collection. And I see this a lot. There's people that come to me through my consulting business and they say, hey, Sean, I have these CGC graded comic books. I'm looking at some of these prices. My collection is probably worth 50 grand. And I have to tell them, I'm sorry, that is most likely incorrect. If you can sign to an auction, you are not guaranteed you are going to get top dollar. You have to taper your realistic expectations. You have to understand that, yes, your collection may be valued between $40,000 and $60,000, but if you can sign it, you may get $40,000 for the collection. You may get lucky and it may be valued at $50,000 and the market rewards you, you get $60,000 for that collection. But understand, there are no guarantees. Now, where am I going with this video? Well, interestingly enough, I have been in the market for a lot of the scarce Carson City Morgan silver dollar dates that I do not have in my personal coin collection. So I'm trying to finalize that particular collection in very high grade, and there's only a few key dates that I need left to do that. So right around July, I said, you know what? I want to get a hold of an 1885 Carson City, Morgan silver dollar, in as high grade as I can find it, that I can realistically look at and go, you know what, that's a good price to pay for that particular coin. Well, on Heritage Auctions, on July 14th, 2021, an 1885 Carson City Morgan silver dollar, graded by PCGS in MS66 plus condition, CAC stickered, sold for $4,800. Now, full disclosure, I was going to bid on this particular coin, and at the last minute, when I saw the bid go above $4,000, I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous for buying this particular coin at that particular price. So I decided to pass on the purchase. I did not buy that particular coin. I did not even bid on it. So if you look on Heritage right now, on July 14th, 2021, you're going to see that in 1885 Carson City Morgan silver dollar in PCGS MS66 plus condition, CAC stickered, sold for $4,800. Well, I was not going to let that get me down. I was just going to look further on other auction platforms and see if I could find another 1885 Carson City Morgan silver dollar in MS 66 plus condition that is also CAC stickered. And spoiler alert, obviously because I'm holding it in my hand, I had no problem finding a similar coin for sale. Literally, roughly 2 weeks later, on greatcollections.com, I found this spectacular specimen. And guess what? I bidded on it, I won the bid, and I paid $3,644.49 for this particular coin. Now, that I got this coin, I'm not sitting here going, you know what? This coin is undervalued. Heritage sold one on July 14th for $4,800, but I only paid $3,644.49 for mine through greatcollections.com. Does that mean that this coin that is sitting in my hand is worth $4,800? The answer is no. You must take the aggregate average of all these specimens sold, average them out, and that's how you get a rough estimate of appraisal value for an item like this. A lot of you Timmies, Kimmies, and Poindexters out there, you're going on online collecting forums and you're going, look at this. I got all these items in my collection. If I add up the highest prices sold for these particular items through Heritage, through Certified Link, through eBay, or maybe Hakes or Morphe's or whatever auction site that you are literally doing any type of analysis through, you're going to go, you know what? My collection is worth X number of dollars. In most cases, guys, it is not. You are overvaluing the items that you have in your collection and or possibly in your inventory. This is a major mistake I see with a lot of starry-eyed speculators, especially those of you that are operating on a lot of online collecting forums, because you're caught in an echo chamber where you show a scan or a picture of an item that you have in your collection and somebody comes along and goes, oh my gosh, that particular item just sold for X thousands of dollars at auction. And you immediately assume that your item is now worth that price. This is a major fallacy. Now, I am going to eventually do an expanded video on this concept. I just wanted to put this video out right now because I know it's going to trigger a lot of the Timmies, Kimmies, Poindexters, starry-eyed speculators, and unsophisticated investors out there. So if you guys want me to do a follow-up to this video where I can even go in-depth with pop culture collectibles, I can even show you posts on online collecting forums just to show you. I would never read anybody's username or give anybody's identity away. That's not the point of this channel. But just so that you guys can learn as to how idiotic some of these comments are, where people think just because an item that they have in their collection, one like it sold at auction, therefore their item is now worth that particular price. Again, to sum up the whole point of this video, the auction price does not equal the market price. And the market price should and does not equal the auction price. Please learn this basic fundamental for how to invest properly in the antiques and collectibles trade. Because if you're a Timmy, if you were looking for an 1885 Carson City, Morgan Silver Dollar, and that bidding got to 4,700 on this particular coin through Heritage, you would have probably kicked the bidding in the $5,000. When if you would have just waited for that particular item to come up at another auction house, guess what? You could have got it for $3,644.49 like I did. That is the end of the lesson today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great night.